Deadly coordinated Russian assault destroys Ukrainian strongholds, drone bases, and frontline positions. Russian forces carried out a series of coordinated precision strikes across multiple sectors of the front after carefully observing battlefield conditions and monitoring the movement of Ukrainian troops. According to Russian military reports, reconnaissance units first identified key enemy positions before transmitting target coordinates to artillery formations, allowing a synchronized attack against fortified defensive positions, drone facilities, and concentrations of personnel. In the Krasny Lyman direction, crews operating the powerful 2S-5 Gyatsintest self-propelled artillery system from the 72nd Artillery Brigade of the Zapad, West, group of forces reportedly destroyed a camouflaged Ukrainian stronghold. Russian sources stated that the strike also eliminated military personnel and a command post responsible for coordinating Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicle (UAV) operations. The target had reportedly been concealed using camouflage in an effort to avoid aerial and ground surveillance. However, Russian reconnaissance units detected the position and relayed precise coordinates to artillery crews. Within minutes, the Gyatsintest batteries opened fire, delivering accurate strikes that Russian officials said neutralized the defensive position and disrupted enemy drone coordination. The destruction of a UAV command post is considered strategically important because such facilities play a central role in directing reconnaissance drones, adjusting artillery fire, and coordinating battlefield surveillance. By targeting these command elements, Russian forces aim to reduce the effectiveness of Ukrainian intelligence gathering and precision targeting capabilities. In another sector, artillery units assigned to the Vostok, East, group of forces conducted strikes against Ukrainian defensive positions in the Zaporozhye region. According to Russian military statements, several fortified strongholds were hit during the operation. Russians said these positions had been used to support defensive operations and provide firing positions for Ukrainian troops. The artillery bombardment was intended to suppress enemy resistance and create more favorable conditions for subsequent ground operations. Meanwhile, in the Konstantinovka direction, artillery units of the Aznaya, South, group of forces carried out precision strikes against Ukrainian UAV launch sites and shelters housing military personnel. Russian military reports indicated that reconnaissance assets detected drone launch preparations before artillery units engaged the identified positions with accurate fire. Russian T-80 BVM assault and precision drone strikes crush Ukrainian strongholds, artillery, and defenses across multiple fronts. Russian forces have intensified offensive operations across several sectors of the front, employing a combination of armored assaults, reconnaissance drones, artillery coordination, and precision strike unmanned aerial systems to engage Ukrainian military positions in the Zaporozhye, Krasny Lyman, and Kupiansk directions. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, coordinated operations conducted by units from the Vostok and Zapad, West, groups of forces resulted in the destruction of fortified defensive positions, artillery assets, and key Ukrainian military infrastructure. The latest operations highlight Russia's continued emphasis on integrating armored units with real-time battlefield intelligence provided by reconnaissance drones, enabling rapid target acquisition and precise fire adjustment. Russian military officials stated that the coordinated use of tanks, artillery, surveillance UAVs, and strike drones has significantly increased the effectiveness of frontline operations while reducing the exposure of ground troops to enemy fire. T-80 BVM tank crew eliminates Ukrainian stronghold in Zaporozhye. One of the reported operations involved a T-80 BVM main battle tank crew assigned to the 68th Army Corps of the Vostok group of forces, which destroyed a fortified Ukrainian Armed Forces AFU, stronghold in the Zaporozhye region. According to Russian military sources, aerial reconnaissance first identified the enemy defensive position, allowing the tank crew to receive precise target coordinates before advancing into firing range. Using the firepower of its 125mm smoothbore cannon, the T-80 BVM reportedly delivered accurate high-explosive rounds that struck the fortified position. Russians said the attack destroyed defensive structures and neutralized Ukrainian firing points that had been impeding Russian assault units operating nearby. Following the successful engagement, the tank crew reportedly changed firing positions to avoid possible counter-battery fire and drone attacks before continuing combat operations. The T-80 BVM remains one of Russia's most modernized armored platforms. Upgraded with improved armor protection, advanced thermal imaging sights, enhanced fire control systems, and a gas turbine engine that provides exceptional mobility, the vehicle has been widely deployed in high-intensity combat. Russian commanders frequently employ the tank to support infantry assaults against fortified defensive networks. Supercam reconnaissance drone guides devastating artillery strike. In another operation, servicemen operating Supercam reconnaissance unmanned aerial vehicles from the 164th Separate Motor Rifle Brigade, part of the 25th Combined Arms Army within Russia's West Group of Forces, conducted aerial surveillance and target designation during operations in the Krasny-Lyman direction. Russian reported that the drone crew located Ukrainian military positions concealed within defensive terrain and immediately transmitted target coordinates to supporting artillery batteries. As artillery units opened fire, the Supercam UAV remained over the battlefield, continuously observing shell impacts and correcting artillery fire in real time. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the reconnaissance operators adjusted firing solutions after each artillery salvo, ensuring increasingly accurate impacts until the designated target was destroyed. Footage released by Russian military sources reportedly showed direct hits on the Ukrainian position after several corrections were transmitted from the drone operators to the artillery batteries. The ability to maintain uninterrupted observation throughout an artillery engagement allows commanders to rapidly assess battlefield conditions and modify fire missions without waiting for delayed reconnaissance reports. Supercam UAV provides continuous battlefield awareness. The Russians stated that the Supercam reconnaissance drone provides the West Group of Forces with a significant operational advantage by conducting around-the-clock surveillance missions across the battlefield. Unlike traditional reconnaissance methods, unmanned aerial systems can remain airborne for extended periods while monitoring troop movements, defensive fortifications, supply routes, artillery positions, and armored vehicle deployments. Russians say the continuous flow of intelligence enables artillery units to react more quickly to newly detected targets while also supporting assault formations moving toward Ukrainian defensive lines. The Supercam UAV is capable of transmitting live video feeds directly to command centers, allowing decision-makers to rapidly distribute targeting information to multiple combat units simultaneously. In addition to locating enemy positions, reconnaissance drones are frequently used to assess battle damage after strikes, ensuring that assigned targets have been neutralized before aircraft, artillery, or infantry shift their attention elsewhere. Russian military officials claim this constant intelligence cycle, detection, targeting, strike coordination, and battle damage assessment, has substantially improved the effectiveness of offensive operations on the Krasny-Lyman front. Strike drone operators destroy Ukrainian Gvozdika self-propelled howitzer. Elsewhere, operators of Russia's strike drone units assigned to the West Group of Forces reportedly destroyed a Ukrainian Tu-S1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system during operations in the Kupiansk district of the Kharkiv region. According to Russian military sources, reconnaissance assets first detected the artillery system operating within the combat zone before transmitting its location to strike drone operators. After identifying the target, the drone crew maneuvered an attack UAV toward the self-propelled gun and conducted a precision strike. Video released by the Russian Ministry of Defense reportedly showed a direct impact on the Ukrainian artillery system, followed by an explosion that engulfed the vehicle. Russian officials stated that objective control footage recorded in real time confirmed the destruction of the Gvozdika before the drone completed its mission. The Tu-S1 Gvozdika is a Soviet-designed 122mm self-propelled howitzer that remains in service with both Russian and Ukrainian forces. Mounted on a tracked chassis, the artillery system provides mobile indirect fire support capable of engaging infantry, defensive positions, and lightly armored vehicles. Because self-propelled artillery frequently changes firing positions after launching missions, reconnaissance drones have become essential for locating and tracking these systems before precision strikes can be conducted.